Sir, very happy evening to all. I hope that your preparations for tomorrow's examination is going fantastic, brilliant, my dear lovable students. Many students, including the ANMites, have texted me and asked that what is the strategy for tomorrow's examination. Since it is stats, many are texting me. So I thought that it's my responsibility to come for live and talk to you for 5 to 10 minutes. And I think since it is a 2.5 days, it's a very long and voluminous subject. You are a little tired and got dry with the revisions. If it's going well and good, fantastic to the core. If not, I just want to teach you 5-10 minutes of some topic just to gain that momentum again if anyone has lost that track. Sir, we are having place of supply. In that section 10 is there and in that section 12 is there. Section 12, this many subsections are there. 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, 12.7, 12.8, 12.9, 12.10, 12.11, 12.12, 12.13, 12.14. 12.1 is applicability. That is if both the service provider and also the service recipient are situated in the taxable territory, then the provisions of section 12 will be applicable. When provisions of section 12 will be applicable? If both the service provider and service recipient are situated in taxable territory, then provisions of section 12 will be applicable. That means either the service provider or the service recipient are situated outside India, then provisions of 12 will not be applicable. So in order to apply section 12, both the people should be situated in India. Fantastic. And if you see section 12, my dear lovable students, it is classified into two type of rules. One is general rule, which is 12.2, and 12.3 to 12.14. 12.3 to 12.14 are specific rules. So coming to 12.2, which is general provision, that is also one type of applicability. What type of applicability? If the service provided is not covered in 12.3 to 12.14, then provisions of 12.2 will be applicable. So there is an applicability for 12.2. You have to check whether you have provided service to the registered person or unregistered person. If the service has been provided to a registered person, then thumb rule will be applicable. Thumb rule, location of such person, that's the thumb rule. If the service has been provided to an unregistered person, check whether the address is available in records or address is not available in records. If the address is available in records, then location of the recipient is the place of supply. If the address is not available in records, then there is no other way for the act. Then, sir, location of the service provider. That's what 12.2 is all about. 12.3 is service relating to immovable property, boat or vessel. Three things are there. That's why it is 12.3. Wow, fantastic to the core. 4 services can be provided. Number 1, direct services. Services by way of lodging and accommodation for organizing any function, and any ancillary services referred above, my dear lovable students. If these 4 services has been provided relating to immovable property, place of supply is the location at which the immovable property is situated or intended to be situated, because where the immovable property is there only consumption is possible. So the place of supply is the location where the immovable property is situated or intended to be situated. But carry this to examination. There is one explanation under 12.3 which is saying that if the location of the immovable property is intended or situated outside India, that means service provider is situated in India and service recipient is also situated in India, but the immovable property is intended to be located outside India, then the place of supply should be the location of the recipient. Otherwise, if you follow 12.3, government will lose the revenue, because place of supply will be outside India, then it will be swaha. So government don't want that. That's why they kept proxy as the place of supply, which is location of the recipient. Fantastic to the core, sir. Sir, with regard to 12 subsection 4, you know what are the 4 services? 12 subsection 4 is 4 services. What are the 4 services? Restaurant and catering services. My dear lovable students, nowadays everyone like fast food, fast coaching, fast teaching. So everyone are eating from restaurant and catering services. If you eat always from restaurant and catering, what will happen to your health? Your personal grooming and fitness will go, sir. Then your beauty will go. And you have to go to hospital, healthcare services, including cosmetic and plastic surgery. So restaurant and catering services personal grooming and fitness, beauty treatment, healthcare including cosmetic and plastic surgery. The place of supply is the place where location where the service are actually performed. That means where these things are there, that is a place where the consumption is happening. Where the gym is there, that the place where we are going and consuming the gym. So place of supply is place where the service has been actually performed. With regard to 12 subsection 5, training and performance appraisal services. My dear lovable students, for tomorrow we have framed very well. Exemption in tax is, sir, pakka exemptions are in tax. I am guarantee for that. So training can be provided to a registered person or unregistered person. If training and performance appraisal service has been provided to a registered person, then location of such person. And training has been provided to an unregistered person, location where the service are actually performed. Shall I one shortcut? 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, 12.7, 12.4, 4 services. All the 4 are performance-based services. For performance-based services, place of supply is place where the service has been actually performed. That's it. Fantastic to the core. Coming to 12, subsection 6. Sir, events. Look at it. Events. E-V-E-N-T-S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is why 12.6. Fantastic to the core. My dear lovable students, why are you getting tensed? Tax is not, it's a voluminous paper I am accepting. But don't worry about it. Sir, be jolly, be enjoy, because after, sir, be a CAs, chartered accountants, please see the events, SEE, see the events, whether the event relating to cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational or entertainment. We will go to amusement park after your examination. A&M classes is planning for that, don't worry at all. Sir, amusement park or any other place or ancillary there too. Place where the event is actually held, because that is a place where consumption is happen, no, or where the park or such other place is located. That's why 12.6 is events. 6 letters are there. That's why it is 12.6. Fantastic to the course, sir. Sir, 12.7, organization of events. Why are you organize events only on Sunday? Who said such a rule in India? You can enjoy only in Sunday. Hey, enjoy all the 7 days, man. Enjoy, organize the event in entire 7 days, my dear lovable students. If you are organizing of the 6 events, yes, please see the events. And ancillary services to those 6 events and assignment of sponsorship to 6 events, my dear lovable students. Check whether to a registered person or unregistered person. If it is to a registered person, location of such person. If it is to an unregistered person, check whether the event is held in India or event is held outside India. If the event is held in India, then place where the event is actually held, because that is a place where consumption has happened. But if the event is held outside India, it is like explanation to 12 subsection 3. Because, sir, if the place of supply is the place where the immovable property is situated or intended to be situated for government, it will be nakal hai. Then, sir, event is held outside India, location of the recipient, proxy has been set not to lose the revenue. Fantastic to the core, sir. So, we have reached to 12 subsection, sir, 7. Sir, performance-based services done. 12.4, 12.5, 12.6 and 12.7 are performance-based services. 12.8 transportation of goods, 12.9 transportation of passengers and 12.10 service provided on board a conveyance. All are transportation related services. When you put, sir, heavy goods vehicle, 8 wheels it will be having. Transportation of goods for lorry and all, it is not 4 wheel, it is 8 wheel vehicle. Heavy goods vehicles are there. Sir, are you talking about heavy goods vehicle other than heavy goods vehicle in 44A? Let it be like that also, no problem at all. 1000 per ton, sir, per month or per vehicle, part of the vehicle. Fantastic to the core. Sir, 7,500 per month or part of the vehicle. Thank you, sir. Presumptive taxation. There is an amendment. Sir, generally, normally 2 crores, but it will be extended to 3 crore if it is within 5%. Sir, there, my dear lovable students, generally 50 lakhs, but it will be extended to 75 lakhs. Fantastic to the core. And transportation of passengers, P stands for passengers. You look at right this 9. That's why it is 12.9. Oh, fantastic. Sir, services provided on board a conveyance. That's what on. On. That's why 12.10. Oh. Then transportation of goods, sir. If it is to a registered person, thumb rule will be applicable. Location of such person. If it is an unregistered person, starting point for this transportation services, look at the starting point. Starting point. Sir, place where the, sir, location at which the goods are handed over for their transportation. From where they are giving for transportation, that is a place of supply. Fantastic to the core, sir. 12.9 transportation of passengers. Look at the transportation of passengers. If it is to a registered person, location of such person. If it is to an unregistered person, again starting point, place where the passenger embark on the conveyance for a continuous journey. Fantastic to the course, sir. Coming to 12, then services provided on board a conveyance. Sir, when you are traveling, vessel, aircraft, train, motor vehicle and all, location of the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance. Not the goods, not the person. If it is transportation of goods, sir, location at which goods has been handed over. If it is passenger, location where the passenger embark in the conveyance for the continuous journey. Here it is a starting point of the departure of that conveyance. Fantastic, sir. You know, so transportation services means what? Starting point. When you are going somewhere, if you don't know the way, you have to put the GPRS. What is GPRS? Transportation of goods, transportation of passengers. Only for goods and passengers, registration concept will be applicable. Registered person and unregistered person. But for services, my dear lovable students, there is no registered, unregistered, because this is a blocked credit, personal consumption. So service supplied on board a conveyance, straight away, place of supply is the location where the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance for the journey. So we are here till 12:11. So 12:10 is over. Transportation services 12:11. Telephone, money phone, adipadu therida 11:11. That's why it has been kept as 12:11. You have to check basic things, very basic things, my dear. Sir, service by way of telecommunication line. That means service has been provided by way of kambi kattal. The place of supply is where fixed telecommunication line is installed, where the kambi avanga kattirukangalo. That is what the place of supply is all about. Appo, if the service has been provided through kambi kattal, the place of supply is the place where the kambi kattal. Service has been provided by mobile connection on postpaid basis. Location of the billing address, my dear lovable students. Service by way of mobile connection on prepaid basis. Go and check. Have you purchased the, sir, through a selling agent? Then address of the selling agent. Any person to the final subscriber, you can purchase that even from a vegetable shop also. Then location where the payment is received or vouchers are sold. Through internet bank or electronic mode, location of the recipient of the service. Don't stop there. Repeat. Location of the recipient of service on the records of the supplier. On the records of the supplier. On the records of the supplier. Okay, sir. Sir, if you are not able to find out the place of supply by following 1, 2, 3, then you have to follow general rules, sir. What is general rule? Whether address is available, then location of the recipient. Sir, address is not available, then location of the service provider. Fantastic to the course, sir. That's it with regard to 12:11 also. Coming to 12:12, sir, financial and stockbroking services. After you become a chartered accountant, tomorrow you are going to complete your one group. After you become a chartered accountant, my dear lovable students, 12 plus 12, 24 hours, you will be working for financial and stockbroking services. Fantastic, sir. Sir, financial and stockbroking services classified into two categories, financial services and stockbroking services. That financial services may be account-based services or non-account-based services. If it is account-based services, location of the recipient on the records of the supplier of service. If it is non-account-based services, location of the supplier of the service. So that service may be account based or not account based. Account based means you have taken account. How you have taken account? By given the details. So your address is available with the service provider. So location of the recipient on the records of the supplier. Non-account based, hey, who are you, man? That is why location of the supplier of the service, because we are providing service not related to your accounts. And stockbroking service is always account based. Without your jadagam, I cannot provide you the service. So that is why location of the recipient on the records of the supplier of the services. Insurance services. You just tell me logic. Without taking insurance, will the insurance company provide you any service? No, sir. So always it is account based, sir. So it may be to a registered person or unregistered person, location of such person. Sir, if it is to an unregistered person, location of the recipient of service on the records of the supplier, because without taking registration, without taking that contact, without providing the details, insurance company cannot provide you insurance services. So location of the recipient of the service on the records of the supplier of the service is mandatory. Fantastic. 12 subsection 14, advertisement to government. You are providing advertisement to government. If you are providing advertisement to government only in Tamil Nadu is the place of supply. If you are providing to the entire Kerala, then all the states and all union territory will be the place of supply. This is what 12.14 is all about. 12.1 applicability, 12.2 general provision, 12.3 services relating to immovable property, 12.4 4 services, 12.5 training and performance appraisal services, 12.6 events, 12.7 organization of event, 12.8 transportation of goods, 12.9 transportation of passengers, 12.10 services provided on board a conveyance, 12.11 telecommunication services, 12.12 telecommunication financing and stockbroking services, and 12.13 insurance service, and 12.14 advertisement to government. Pakka sir. Don't worry at all. Everything is in our hand only. We have studied. The only chapter pending. I just saw the question paper of tomorrow's. In live, in YouTube live, no other teacher, no other chartered accountant will have the courage to say this. I saw the question paper of tomorrow's examination, and I saw a very important question, man, which came for 116 mark in examination. Only one question they asked for 116 mark. The answer was very simple. For that 116 mark question, believe yourself, trust yourself is the answer for the 116 mark. Don't worry at all. For if you want to write that 116 mark, my dear lovable students, it's the time to trust ourselves. That is the biggest question tomorrow ICA is going to ask. You have studied for last 3-4 months, sufficient study. That's why I revised place of supply to prove you that. If I say in words, you may not believe. But now you should believe, because everything is able to recall. Tomorrow when you see the question paper, everything will come to your brain like this. Don't worry at all. So my dear lovable students, the only thing required is the self-confidence. Don't think that I will pass this time. Process that we are going to pass this time. And what to write first? Recommended to write 70 mark description first. In that also, sir, whether I have to start with GST or tax, it based upon that time. Read the question paper, which area you are feeling it as easy to score the mark. Tomorrow, it's not about, any examination is not about proving the brilliance. It is to securing the marks. Before 3 hours, after 3 hours, you say logic, this, that and all. Sir, during the examination, sir, we need marks, that's a primary. So that 3 hours, my dear lovable students, try to pick the marks. 4 mark is available in GST, go and pick that 4 mark from GST. 14 mark computation of total income is available in direct tax, go and pick that marks. That is the way. And don't write for 100 mark in examination and all. If you are able to write 80, 85, 90, that itself is more than enough for a CA examination. How much mark you are writing doesn't matter. How much marks you are correctly writing matters a lot in CA. So, analyze the question paper. Income from house property is there. Why are you delaying to write an income from house property question? First, income from house property, 8 mark, put it on pocket. Computation of total income, put it on pocket. Have a timeline, 14 mark question, 14 mark into 1.8 minutes. You round off to, sir, 20% extra, 15, 20% extra. Sir, happily write, sir. Write along with the notes. That is very important. Write along with the notes. Go with a very positive mindset. That mindset is what our asset is all about in tax examination. And none of the student, including the rank holder, will say that I'm going to get 99 in tax. But when you perform that 3 hours very well, my dear lovable students, we should be able to score 70 plus in tax. This time, it's an exemption paper. You have to travel that 3.15 hours very, very effectively. You have to plan yourself. Go with a very happy mindset. This is the last examination in our life. I will see you either in group number 2 or as a CA final student, as a promoted person from tomorrow onwards. I am wishing you all the very best. Do very well in the examination. I hope that if anyone is struggling to move forward, this 15-20 minutes of my time will be useful for you. If yes, if you have benefited, update me that happiness, because for that only I came from home and recorded this lecture or video for you, my dear lovable students. We will meet at the appropriate time with the upgraded version of you. Thank you. Bye bye from A&M. Prepare very well. All the very best for our tax examination.